Well, welcome to today's episode of Start Living Sustainable. This is a special one because I have a special guest, and I'm so glad that you are here with us. You've probably heard me say this many times before, and it's worth repeating. Just because you can't see what's floating in the air in your home doesn't mean it's not there. Every single day, we are actually breathing in things that are most likely affecting our health. It's causing the sneezing, the congestion, the allergies, and even some of those restless nights. But here's what truly surprised me about my conversation with our special guest is she revealed some sneaky indoor allergens that I had no idea about in unexpected places. And if you have a pet, I want you to stay tuned because what you're going to learn will change the way you think about the air quality in your home. In today's episode, we're uncovering what really is in the air, what's drifting here and there and everywhere, because when the dust settles, what you can't see can still impact your health. Let's get into it. Hi, friends. Welcome to Start Living Sustainable. I'm your host, Cynthia Harvey Brown. In this podcast, I'm going to help you discover sustainable ways to improve your overall health and well-being in your home. And I'm going to show you how to do this without spending a lot of time or money, all in partnership with God. Yes, if you're ready to show yourself some love, experience a new level of wellness, build faith, and align your values with God's vision for your life, then you're in the right place. Pour out the diet soda, and we should talk about those yoga pants. Let's have some serious fun in today's episode. Today, I'm joined by Savanna Elliott, a passionate advocate for healthier indoors and an expert in natural allergen control. And she's spent years researching and developing solutions to help neutralize indoor allergens. I can't wait for her to share her story because it's a pretty impactful story, what she's experienced. And she's made it her mission to start a company to empower families just like yours with safer, more effective ways to breathe easier at home. So, Savanna, I want to thank you so much for being here on Start Living Sustainable for such a time as this.
Hello.
I want my audience to know here at Start Living Sustainable a little bit more about you. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for allowing me to spend the time with you today. I'm very excited to get started. My name is Savanna Elliott. I'm the co-founder of Allergy Defender. And Allergy Defender actually really started when I was about 5 years old from an allergy-induced asthma attack that was brought on by two hypoallergenic poodles in the family Christmas tree. I spent 3 days in and out of consciousness, maxed out on medication, and barrel chested, and really unaware if I was going to make it or not. Yeah, it was pretty insane. I mean, even still thinking about it now. Yeah, I still get a little teary thinking about it. But thankfully, my father, after I got out, he started realizing that we needed to treat the source, not just my symptoms. So that kind of took us on, actually, my father took him on a long mission. And now I'm here today.
That is serious. Thank God your father did the research to find out what the source of the problem was.
He did, yeah.
So that is what inspired Allergy Defender.
It is actually, yes. I was a kid growing up, and it was a real struggle for me because I couldn't go to family events. I couldn't hang out with my friends. I had to avoid a lot of things because I was allergic to pretty much everything. I realized I was struggling so much, and there's other people out there struggling just like me. And I couldn't stand by and let that happen. So I created Allergy Defender, and today we get to help thousands of people.
That is so amazing for any parent with a child with any kind of respiratory or breathing issues. It just seems like this is something that could really help. Allergen Defender is all natural. It's a great alternative compared to all of the chemically laden products that are out there that are being marketed to us. We want to know when we're picking up a product, it's actually safe, it's effective, and we can feel good about using it. A lot of big businesses, it's about profit over people, right? So we have to make the effort to educate ourselves, to become aware of what it is we're using so that we can make intentional choices.
Exactly. Yes. I tend to find in business that the companies who have the biggest marketing budget also tend to have the products that are really not the best for you. So it's the smaller companies that are trying to make the changes and trying to provide products that are truly helpful to a family, because just like our family, this started for our family. We're trying to help other families. That's our goal. Yes, we try to do that every day for every person we can help. It's so easy to go to a major box store and pick up a cleaning product and really not look at the ingredients because you're assuming it's safe. You're assuming it's going to protect your family. You're hoping that's what that company is doing. But in reality, you have to look at that ingredients label. You have to go, hey, is this truly what's best for my family? That's where it starts. And if it can't, put it back on the shelf. If you're just treating the symptoms all the time, you're never getting ahead of it. So you really need to get ahead of it to get true allergen relief.
This is really speaking to preventative measures.
It is.
And I think that most people just brush off a sneezing attack or allergies because, oh, it's dust or it's that time of year. And it could be something more serious. So, dealing with these underlying issues and preventing them seems like a no brainer.
Right, exactly. I was actually in the grocery store aisle the other day and I was talking with a gentleman there and he was suffering with allergies and he reached over to me and he's like, I just need something right now. And I'm going in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, that's just not how it works all the time. You need to start before it happens. I don't think we put enough emphasis on preventative. It's always about what can we take after it started. Now we're trying to change that and go, what can we do before it starts?
Right. So many people want a quick fix, right?
Exactly. Exactly. There's long-term complications to quick fixes. So if we can stop it before it starts, we're just better off overall and our quality of life is going to be better.
Just because they can't see these allergens and these toxins in their home, they're in the air, they're in the furniture. We all are busy. And I know moms can be super busy with the little ones, but it's so important that we take that little bit of time, read those labels, and become aware of what you're using. You can then make better choices. I find that even in my work, that a lot of people are not aware or they have these misconceptions about how allergens and toxins can affect them, especially in their home.
Exactly.
Are there any misconceptions that are common that you hear from people who have allergy or misconceptions about really cleaning house and not just surface cleaning?
Yeah. So really one of the biggest misconceptions I see actually has to do with pet hair. So we assume that pet hair is the problem, but it's actually not. Pet hair can collect these allergens, but the allergens are little microscopic proteins that are from the feces, the saliva, the urine, and the dead skin cells from your pet. So those are actually the real culprit. It's not the hair. That's why even hypoallergenic pets can cause problems for people.
This is news to me, and I think it will be to a lot of people. I have done some research on pets, and I thought that if I got a
Mhm.
schnauzer that has hair, it wouldn't
Mhm.
affect me because I'm allergic, like I'm sure a lot of people are to pet
Yes.
dander, and a lot of people have pets. Tell me a little bit more about how they can go about protecting their homes and their pets.
Sure. Well, allergen spray is actually third party lab verified to control up to 99% of allergens on the surface and up to 95% of allergens in the air. And what it does, it actually encapsulates these allergens, drops them down, renders them inactive. So it essentially dehydrates them. And all you have to do is spray it throughout your house in the air and on surfaces, and you're protecting your entire family. There's so many things you can do. Actually, one of the things we talk about is truly creating a safe space besides just getting products that are truly safe for you and checking the ingredients label is creating a safe space for you and your family. And one of the ways we suggest that is make your bedroom a safe space.
We do spend like a third of our time in our bedroom,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Exactly. Make sure you're getting textiles that are good for you and that don't contain toxins and keep the pets out of the bedroom. I know it's hard to do. I totally understand, but that's a really great thing you can do if you have allergies or asthma.
A lot of these fibers that collects in dust, for instance, may be affecting the way you breathe and your inability to get a good night's sleep because of what's from the comforters, the sheets, and all of the other textiles in your home.
Exactly. And dust, we don't think about it, but dust collects all these things. It can collect fragrances, toxins, other allergens. It harbors all these things, and we're just breathing that in all the time.
Mhm.
Sure, we don't see a lot of it, but it's still there. And make sure you ditch the fragrances.
To your point, Savanna. So, looking at bamboo options opposed to synthetic materials
Mhm.
really will make a difference in terms of what is floating around in your environment. And if it's your bedroom, then start there and make
Exactly.
that your safe space. Eventually, working with me, you'll get through the whole house. But it's it's so important that we create a living environment that is free of as many toxins and allergens as possible.
Yeah. We spend 90% of our time indoors. And we're also, when we're sleeping right next to our textiles. We're sleeping right next to dust mites, even though we don't want to think about it. So we need to protect ourselves as best we can. It might be hard, but just do one thing every day that you can to protect yourself and your family and go from there.
Absolutely. Not feeling like you have to overhaul your whole home all at
Exactly.
once. How do allergens impact people's lives beyond just sneezing?
Well, to what your point was earlier, it's not about what you see. It's about defending against what you don't see. And because allergens are so tiny, they can really impact your life drastically in ways you can't truly measure. One is a decreased quality of life. So you're not just having a allergy attack or sneezing or runny, itchy eyes. You're losing out on family events, gatherings. You're having possibly lung damage, sinus infections, and possible asthma attacks down the road. So it's not just about these allergens, it's about what it can do to you long term. Just like
Mhm.
toxins, they're tiny, but they have big impact.
Absolutely. I find it really interesting that people will start sneezing and they'll just like, oh my gosh, it's allergy season, and dismiss it as if it's normal.
Mm,
The more we talk about it, the more people will realize that there is another level
mhm,
of their health. These are respiratory type illnesses that can be
mhm,
prevented,
mhm.
and to let as many people as possible know that there is a way to reduce their susceptibility to certain illnesses if they just make some preventative measures up front.
Exactly.
What are some of your customers' comments or reviews that you're getting from those using your product, the Allergy Defender?
We have over 9,000 reviews from amazing customers, but there's one review that really stands out to me the most, which is actually from a customer named Mark. He said for the first time in 35 years,
Oh,
he was able to sleep because of the allergen spray.
wow.
And that just blows my mind.
More people could have a better quality of life if they only knew that there was something that they could do. This is amazing work that you're doing, Savannah.
Thank you.
The allergen spray is something that I will continue to use, and I'm hoping that my listeners will try it out. I would love if we could share a little with them. Savannah, you want to tell us what you're offering our listeners?
Sure. We're actually willing to do two giveaways. We're doing a bottle, a refill 2 pack, and our amazing brand new magnesium. And that is a $69 value. Subscribe, sign up, listen. We're willing to do two amazing giveaways. Really
Savannah,
excited about it.
thank you so much for that. Because Savannah and I both love celebrating cleaner living and putting wellness into action, we're doing this special giveaway just for you. Stick around until the end of this episode for details on how you can win Savannah's two best-selling products that will help you take an easy first step towards a healthier home. We all could use a little help here and there, one step at a time, and making that
Exactly.
effort to eliminate certain threats in your home so that you can better safeguard not only your own health, but your children's. Savannah, is there anything else you would like to share with our listeners, a takeaway or a piece of advice that you feel they really could benefit from hearing?
The biggest thing, and I know you've talked about this one before, is ditch the fragrances. They are a
Mm.
huge impact, not just for people who have allergies and asthma, but really for everyone. It's it might seem like a huge task and you have to look through everything, look through your makeup cabinet, laundry, cleaning products, but it's probably the single best thing you can do for your health.
That is one of the first things that anyone can do to improve the quality of the products that they're using, by eliminating these fragrances. As we know, these fragrances are chemically produced unless you use true organic essential oils. And Savannah, you are right. I talk about this all the time here on the podcast, how important it is to go through the products that you're using and make sure that they're healthy for you. If they have a long list of ingredients with words that you can't pronounce, it's probably something that you want to stay away from. I do make it as easy as possible for my listeners and clients to swap out their common products and be aware that there are healthier alternatives. Is there anything else you want to share with our listeners? I'm so glad I have you here.
Oh, thank you. I mean, this has been a wonderful talk. There's so many things I could expand on that, it would pretty much be endless. But I want to go back to your point about, living sustainable. One of the things we do at Allergy Defender is from the very start, we made sure that our product was not only safe for allergy and asthma sufferers and effective, but also sustainable. So what we do is we don't add water to our products. We actually ask our end consumer to add the water. This really helps cut down on carbon emissions during transit. And then we go even further by offering refill packets. So refill packets, you can reuse your own bottle, you can reuse the allergen spray bottle, or if you want to go even greener, you can reuse a glass bottle. We're trying to set the standard for sustainability in our category.
Savanna was gracious and nice enough to share her product with me, and I have been using it and love it because I just feel like I am safeguarding my home in a way that I hadn't thought about before.
Right.
I will be refilling my glass bottle with Allergy Defender. I believe in the product, which is why I was glad you accepted this invitation to come and talk to us here on the podcast.
Thank you. It's been wonderful. I really appreciate the invitation. I think our market's truly aligned because you're trying to help people defend, again, what they don't see, and so am I. And our missions are just perfectly meshed together.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Savanna, for being here today. I really enjoyed speaking with you, and I'm sure our listeners are going to benefit from the information that they find here.
Thank you. Yes, it's been a pleasure. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. For those of you who are listening, this is an amazing giveaway. Thank you so much, Savannah.
Thank you.
I really, really appreciate the offer. I'm sure that whoever wins this is going to be absolutely amazed that you're doing something that will make a difference in the quality of your life. The details for this giveaway are in the show notes below. It's really simple. All you have to do is head over to our Facebook and Instagram social media posts about this episode and comment on what we post. Tag us. Let us know that you listened to the episode, that you're interested in winning Savanna's full-scale best-selling products. They will help you take the very easy step towards a healthier home, and that will benefit the whole family. So you don't want to miss this chance to win. All right. Be sure to listen and comment. We want to see you win. We'll be announcing the winners on April 8th. We hope it's you. Thank you for joining me here today at Start Living Sustainable. Please take a moment and head over to Apple Podcasts and leave me a review. That really lights me up. If you were encouraged or blessed in any way, show your love and share the episode link with someone that you know that may benefit. Thank you so much, and until next time, God bless you, sis.